Deep in the heart of the woods, ancient trees, twisted branches, moonlight painted the path silver. This was the Glade of Whispers, hidden, secret, magical. The air hummed with unseen energy, a symphony of rustling leaves and chirping crickets. And at its center, a ring of mushrooms, glowing with an ethereal light. This was a place of power, a place of wonder, a place of danger. The Faerie Queen danced in the moonlight, her movements a mesmerizing blend of grace and mystery. Her wings shimmered softly, catching the moon's gentle glow. The forest watched in silent awe as if holding its breath. Every step, every twirl, a testament to the magic that thrived in this hidden glade. A young man stumbled upon the glade, lost, tired. He had wandered far from the village. His journey had been long and arduous. Drawn by an unknown force, he followed a path unseen. The moonlight revealed his face, worn with travel, eyes wide with wonder. He stopped at the edge of the clearing, heart pounding, his breath caught in his throat. The sight before him was mesmerizing. Before him, a sight of breathtaking beauty. The forest seemed alive. Dancing figures spun and twirled, bathed in moonlight. They moved with an unearthly grace. He was captivated, unable to look away. Slowly, he stepped closer, drawn to the ethereal dance. Mesmerized, he felt a connection, as if the dance was meant for him. The figures were fairies. Their skin shimmered. Hair flowed like spun moonlight. Gossamer wings caught the light. They moved with a mesmerizing rhythm. Each step, a whisper of magic. At their center, the Faerie Queen, radiant, powerful. Her eyes met the travelers. A jolt of energy passed between them. He was caught in her gaze, unable to look away. The music swelled. The dance reached its crescendo. And then, silence. The traveler stood frozen, trapped in the moment. Fairies circled the traveler, their magic weaving a spell. Light enveloped him, a glow of enchantment. The Faerie Queen raised her hand, commanding the fairies. They bowed in reverence, obeying her command. The traveler looked around in awe, mesmerized by the magic. The fairies danced around him, creating a circle of enchantment. He smiled in wonder, feeling the magic all around. The dance slowed, coming to an end. Silence fell. The traveler stood in the quiet forest, forever changed. The Faerie Queen approached him, her voice a melody. "Welcome," she purred. "You have found our glade, a rare occurrence for a mortal." He tried to speak. Words failed him. She smiled. "Do not be afraid. We offer you a gift." She held out her hand. A single, perfect rose bloomed, its petals the color of moonlight. "This rose," she said, "will grant you your heart's desire. But be warned, magic always has a price." He hesitated, pondering the weight of her words. She watched him, her smile knowing, her eyes filled with ancient wisdom. Finally, he reached out, accepting the rose. The rose glowed softly in his hand, a promise and a warning intertwined. The traveler hesitated. He had heard tales, whispers of fairy bargains, ancient pacts. He knew the rules. "What is the price?" he asked, his voice a mere whisper. The Faerie Queen's smile widened. "A trifle," she said. "A single year of your life." The traveler's heart pounded. A year for a wish. It seemed a small price to pay, but something in the Queen's eyes gave him pause. He sensed a hidden depth, a web of magic, waiting to ensnare him. He took a deep breath, steeling himself. The Queen extended her hand, waiting. With a trembling hand, he reached out. The Queen's smile grew, knowing and satisfied. The pact was sealed, and the forest held its breath. A world of illusions. He took the rose. Its fragrance filled his senses. The air was thick with enchantment. The world around him shimmered. The glade transformed. A grand palace rose before him. Music played. People laughed. He was surrounded by beauty, wealth, everything he ever desired. The Faerie Queen was at his side, her touch electric, her presence intoxicating. He was lost in the illusion. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. He lived a life of dreams, a life of endless nights. But beneath the surface, a seed of unease grew, a shadow in the moonlight. He saw his reflection in a pond. It was not his own. He reached out, but the image rippled away. Alone in the moonlit forest, he felt the weight of the illusion. The weight of wishes, The rose began to wilt, its petals browning at the edges. The world around him flickered, the palace fading, the laughter turning hollow. He realized the truth. The fairies offered illusions, not happiness. He had traded a year of his life for a dream that was slipping away. He confronted the Faerie Queen. "You lied," he accused. This was not part of the bargain. She merely smiled. "All bargains have hidden clauses," she said. "The price of magic is often steeper than it seems." He walked away, the weight of his wishes heavy on his shoulders. The forest whispered secrets, but he no longer listened. He had learned the cost of dreams and the price of wishes. A choice to make. The traveler was trapped. His year was almost up. He could feel the magic draining away. He had a choice: to remain in the fading illusion, to become a prisoner of the fairies, or to face the consequences of his bargain, to return to his world. Changed, haunted by the memory of what he had lost, the decision weighed heavily upon him. Each breath, a painful reminder of the time slipping away. He looked at the withered rose, a symbol of his folly. The weight of his decision pressed down on him. He clenched his fist, feeling the last remnants of magic, and with a heavy heart, he made his choice. Echoes in the moonlight. The moon bathed the glade in its silvery light. The traveler stood at its edge. The fairies danced, their movements a haunting melody. He had made his choice. He stepped back into the shadows, leaving behind the illusions. The fairies watched him go. Their eyes gleamed with ancient knowledge. They knew the price of freedom. They knew the weight of regret. The glade fell silent. Only the echoes of the dance remained. A reminder of the night the traveler danced with the fairies, and the price he paid for a single wish. As he walked away, the forest whispered secrets. The fairies faded into the moonlight, leaving the glade still. He looked back one last time, shadows stretching long. The echoes of the past lingered, a testament to the night's enchantment.